A very good morning to you all, children. In this video, we are going to study about the forms of organization in public sector. So basically, there are three main forms of the organizations: departmental undertakings, public corporations, and government companies. So we need not have to study about departmental undertakings and public corporations. We will study about government companies. What do you mean by a government company? A government company is that company in which government has 51% or more of the share capital of the company. Means if the central government or the state government or jointly central government or state government holds 51% of the share, 51% or 51% or more shares of a company, then that company is said to be as a government company. Is it clear? And it must be formed and registered under Companies Act 2013. Is it clear? So, a government company can be either a public company in which both the government sectors and the private investors hold shares, or a private company which is wholly owned by the government. Means it can be a combination of public sector or private sector, means government sector or private sector, where both of them holds the shares, or else it can be a private sector in which government holds 51% or more share capital of that company. For example, we have BHEL, NTPC and so on. That BHEL is Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, and the other one is NTPC, that is National Thermal Power Corporation. These are all public or government companies. Now let's come to the features of government company. Number 1, incorporation. These government companies are registered under the Companies Act. Without being registered under the Companies Act, these companies cannot be started. These companies cannot be incorporated. Is it clear? Next is separate legal entity. They have their separate legal existence. Is it clear? From the government. They can acquire property, they can sell property, they can make contracts, they can sue and can be sued on the company's name. That is why it is said to be having a separate legal entity. Next, ownership. It is either completely owned by the government or partly owned by the government, or the government may have 51% or more share capital of the company. Okay. Now, management. Who manages these government companies? These government companies are being managed by the board of directors being appointed by the government. Government appoints the board of directors, and also these companies are being managed by the other shareholders also, means those who are having their interest in this company. Own staff. Now, its employees are not government servant. Their appointments and service conditions are independent, decided by the government. Company itself are not governed by civil services rules. Means people who are working under this government companies, they are not government officials, they are not government services. They are appointed on the terms and conditions of the company. Is it clear? Next, financial autonomy. They do not get budgets, or they do not get fund from the government department. So they enjoy borrowing power. They borrow money from the others or from the financial institution to set up their organization, and they are not also applicable for accounting, budgeting, auditing, and to showcase their all the audits in front of the government. They are not liable to do these things. Last is accountability. It is accountable to the ministry or the department concerned. It is not, you can say, they have to show their audit controls or they have to present their accounting to the ministry or department to which they are belonging. Other than that, they are not liable to showcase all the accounts and audits to the public. Is it clear? So, these are the features of the government company. In the next class, we will study about the merits and demerits of the public or the government company. That's all for today. Hope you have a nice day. Thank you. Bye-bye.